around that's helping guide the process. So basically with them, they did a bunch of, let me backtrack. They came to the United States, and what we were all talking about was how do you do debriefing? And it related less to how you deal with visitors and more when there's some kind of political activity going on in the country. Mm-hmm. When someone comes here, like the example we heard yesterday, who says, how can you portray just one side of the story? Like some sort of political volatility within the country. How do you work with employees to maintain health among the staff? Now that museum's pretty big, and they do more than just the apartheid museum, so they're very invested in like the health of staff based on the amount that they're doing. They're also 20 years old, so
we also have these briefings we organize evening sessions if some of the employees want to share. Yeah,
it's great. With the psychologist. With the psychologist. From this psycho
from
lab.
The association, yes.
Wow, how did you guys get so attentive? It's very impressive. Yeah. How did you get so attentive?
Yeah, so we just reflected, like you start from your own experience and concerns, and then just assume that all other employees would feel the same. And I guess that was very natural. Yeah.
It's really cool. So how many people, this is a forward question, most everyone that's doing the work has a history. This related or no?
Yeah, mostly, yes.
Mostly.
Like now we have a staff member from Canada, which obviously is not related. We have somebody from Slovenia, but her parents are originally from here, and pretty much all the rest. Now we are 14, I would say, staff plus external, and most of us from here. And we all had some kind of a personal experience.
Yeah, right.
Anymore,
So does it make you tired or no? Does all the psychological stuff work?
I was really honestly shocked that I managed to accept this as a topic that I would be working on a daily basis. But now I'm really happy where I am. Also in terms of personal dealings with the past, and I really feel I'm okay and comfortable with it, which I did not expect at all.
Wow.
So this is really amazing, I think.
And because, what would you attribute that to?
I think it's just that, like, before I was refusing to read or watch movies about things that happen here. Like, of course, I was reading news. This is inevitable. But I was thinking, okay, I'm still not ready to go through all the details. I will do that one day when I'm ready. And I'm interested in children's rights, and I was somehow related to the topic also through my master's, and so Children in War was like a huge module I attended. But then I met Jasminko while working on a completely different project in a think tank in Sarajevo. And then he said, I have this book, why don't you read it? I said, no, I will deal with that one day, I can put it in my shelf. But no, and he said, come on, just try to read it, and then let me know if you would be interested to work on this idea of creating a museum. And then one afternoon he convinced me just to take the book and to try to read it. And then when I read it, it was really like, I didn't find it super scary, or like it was, some of the things were funny, some of the things were sad, so it was just like a roller coaster in a way. And I read it in one afternoon, and then I said, okay, I understood there is it's positive, and there is like a meaning I want to contribute to, in the sense of saying how wrong is any war to any child, and I decided to join, and was like slowly I managed to say, okay, it happened, but it's okay.
Wow. This is his story.
This is not his story, so I thought that sorry. But you will get an introduction like any other visitor before entering the exhibition, so maybe it will be a repetition. But it's just like one sentence answering the question, what is war childhood for you, from around 1,000 people. So he didn't want to publish his story, but it was more like a mosaic of short recollections of people. And he did it, of course, online and limited answers deliberately.
I was just gonna say, so now twice you tell me that you don't go so deep into the narrative, even when you get people's oral histories.
Yeah.
So what's the
It's
logic?
everyday life of children.
Yeah.
So we don't want the topic and the museum to get into the political realm, let's say, because we believe like this it is more powerful as it transcends the division in a society, so everybody can somehow relate to it more easily, identify
and then not necessarily so psychologically deep either. No, yes, when you do the oral histories, like in terms of getting detail.
Like we would ask if he or she was wounded or lost a close member of family, but we wouldn't say, okay, so where were you? Tell me how you felt when you heard the news. But we asked, where were you physically when you heard the news, for example. So it's just a nuance. But
it's a nuance.
Yeah, but it's really important one, I guess. And we also learn, through, now we have around 300 hours of testimony, so I would say, maybe a little less. Because we continuously just have people coming and
of course.
Yeah.
And so what do you guys do with them?
So we are working, but this is also a long and painful process of having this multimedia archive that will be accessible for anyone from anywhere with registration. And
online.
Yeah, but it's still not there. The database is still not online. It's really work in progress. Yeah.
Will they translate it?
Yeah, it will all be in English. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's fantastic. How does he get it funded? Is it
for now it's just
donations?
Yeah. No. For now it's we didn't launch it because it's not ready yet, and we are like doing bits by bits from the regular.
And what about the museum? Is it self-sustaining, or he gets?
It is 30% from ticket sales, but 70% still donors, international ones, because locally we have no support.
This is what I told you.
Yeah. Precisely that's what I said. We don't want to speak about like children from one side, or it's for everybody equally, and from children from anywhere, and this is not always.
Who primarily gives you guys the?
Physically, logistically, we are here. So of course, people from Sarajevo and surroundings are coming first because we are here. But we are also on social media. I don't know if you follow, if you saw that we from time to time post this invitation for people from the entire country, and then we reimburse also trips. And so we have we had 4 research cells in 4 different parts of the country, which also helped to diversify the collection. From Mostar, Banja Luka, Tuzla, and Bihać.
So I have 2 other questions. One, what is your background? What is the academic background?
International relations and children's rights.
Okay.
Mine, Jasminko, is economics, and third colleague who was in this founding team, she's a medical doctor, anthropologist. So very diverse.
Yes, but also very educated, intense. You guys all have opinions. And and I have enough data behind you to be able to support your opinions. My next thing is, you guys seem to have it so together. I'm so impressed with the resources. So that makes me, as I'm doing this research and looking at all these different institutions and thinking about how different countries mobilize it and different spaces mobilize it, and the money piece is something and the mission statement is something, all those pieces play into it. And I was talking to Velma about this, and this is, I think, I will be liberal to stay. One of the things I think that she and I hit it off with has to do with there's not really a network, and I don't know how to envision this. I kind of mentioned this to you already. A network somehow internationally that has to do with people who are doing social rights issues don't have access people who are I'm brainstorming on what is the need on an international level for people who come to this kind of work, who have a trauma history, and what kind of support can be offered in terms of a community of people working on this, and what kind of platform, whether, I don't think it's through social media, but it